Okay, we know we're in a 3-star system. We know we can't predict the motions of 3 bodies in space. Not for long. Classic 3-body problem.
And there's famously no general solution for it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between 3-Body Problem, the book by Cixin Liu, and the Netflix series. Naturally, for those who either haven't read it or haven't seen it, there are some spoilers ahead.
Oh, hello, darling. I've heard so much about you.
Number 10. A Trilogy Combined.
It's a clear night. You can see the stars. When I grew up, you could see the stars every night.
To start, there's a lot in the show that doesn't actually happen in Cixin Liu's The 3-Body Problem specifically. And that's because Netflix's 3-Body is really a replotting of Cixin Liu's wider book trilogy, known as The Remembrance of Earth's Past. 3-Body is the first installment. The other 2 books in the series are The Dark Forest and Death's End. In the books, the timeline is non-linear, but in the Netflix show, key events mostly unfold in order.
Yes, but everything has been weird lately.
Remembrance of Earth's Past has before been widely dubbed unadaptable, given the sheer scale and the amount of theoretical science it packs in. So the reshuffle of storylines does a lot of legwork to simplify.
It's not letters. It's just numbers.
Which numbers?
10, 34, 06, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Number 9. The setting.
I don't know what's going on. I believe you.
It's one of the biggest changes, and one of the most widely discussed. While almost all of the action in Cixin Liu's book trilogy takes place in China, on Netflix, it's primarily set in the UK.
I don't know. I'm from Manchester.
The story of Ye Wenjie's youth during the Cultural Revolution aside, which does stay true to the book, most of the rest is rooted in London, with certain other key scenes playing out at a beach house along the British coast. It's a creative move that reportedly divided opinion among viewers in China especially. Although the show's creators claim that the change helps reflect the global existential crisis at its heart.
The world saw it happen.
Sure, everyone on Earth. But you know who didn't see it?
Webb, Hubble, Chaos. None of the satellites saw it. You know why?
Number 8. Vera Ye. In general, most of the characters are in some way changed from page to screen, but the first we properly encounter is Vera Ye.
I knew you'd be the last one here.
Here till the lights go out, boss.
In episode 1, the Oxford professor speaks with Saul Duran as particle physics seemingly breaks.
Saul,
Yeah.
do you believe in God?
And shortly thereafter, Vera meets her end. As with many 3-Body Problem the series characters, Vera doesn't appear in the books, but she does directly correspond with an original Chinese character named Yang Dong. Yang Dong is Ye Wenjie's daughter, just as Vera is in the show. However, in the show, Vera's father is Mike Evans, an oil-rich anti-human campaigner. But while Ye Wenjie and Evans are intrinsically linked in the books, Evans isn't Yang Dong's other parent. Number 7. The Oxford Five.
What do you do then? Wait, hold on, don't tell me. Let me guess, you probably are.
I design self-assembling synthetic polymer nanofibers.
As for the lead characters in the show, they're known collectively as the Oxford Five. However, again, none of them appears directly in the books. All are reimaginings of the original characters, or parts of the original characters instead.
I have about one kid in every class who actually listens to what I'm saying, and the rest are just there for their mandatory science course.
We were all that one kid.
Yeah, that's true.
For example, Augie Salazar in the show is based on the nanotech trailblazer Wang Miao from the first book, while Jin Cheng is a combination of Wang Miao and Cheng Xin, a character in the third book who fronts the staircase program, just as Jin does in the show. Jin's role crosses over with Wang Miao's as well, though, because in the book, he, like she, is the one to play the game.
Level 1.
Number 6. Jack Rooney in particular.
Okay.
We're just saying, what did you call your company?
The Nanotechnology Research Center.
That's probably the most boring name I've ever heard.
Jack is another of the Oxford Five, although he, unlike the others, doesn't have a directly corresponding main character in the books. A millionaire who's made his fortune selling snack food,
Shifted off 1 million of those last quarter.
he becomes embroiled in the plot in two key ways. First, he enters the central VR game with Jin for some crucial scenes of effectively multiplayer mode. This never happens in the book, as Wang Miao is left to work out the game by himself. Second, though, and after his untimely end, Jack is the one to gift Will his fortune in another diversion from Cixin Liu's original.
My client, the late Mr. Rooney, has left you half of his estate, which, after taxes, amounts to almost 20 million pounds.
There is a character who bequeaths another with a few million yuan in the books, but he's there just for one scene, and the two aren't best friends, as per Jack and Will.
Oh?
No.
No one.
I don't want one.
It's my most popular flavour. Third highest selling crisp in the UK after Walker's cheese and onion and Monster Munch beef.
Congratulations.
Number 5. The Santi.
Most of us have to stay behind. But that's all right.
If one of us survives, we all survive.
In truth, given that they're an approaching alien race that you never actually see, there's not a lot that could have been changed about the Santi.
So you're trying to tell us that this game was designed by aliens?
However, for readers of the English translations of the original trilogy, that name in itself is a major alteration. The first book, which was translated by Cixin Liu, introduces the alien force as the Trisolarans, meaning people of the three suns. Really though, this is a move that actually stays more true to the original text than even the translated versions do, because the alternative Santi is Cixin Liu's original non-translated name for them.
We call them the Santi. The first person to make contact with them was from China, and Santi Ren means three-body people in Chinese.
Number 4. Tatiana Haas.
How far has it got? We'll count down. How much time do you have left?
Much of the book trilogy is concerned with the formation and breakup of various social, political, and militant groups due to the revelation on Earth of alien life in the universe. For the most part, the show glosses over this, with Da Shu being particularly disparaging of the background politics at play.
Used to be MI5, then it was SIA, now it's PDF. No, that's not right. PDA, P. It's just letters.
What is your job?
However, in Tatiana Haas, Netflix provides an entirely new character who personifies a lot of the more troubling social aspects. She's a killer who can evaporate into thin air, and ultimately, she's handpicked by the Santi to do their bidding.
I can give you something better. Something gentle. Something beautiful.
By the end of the series, it's clear that her role will likely grow. Number 3. Sofon.
No computer can predict the behavior of three bodies indefinitely. The three suns in the sky. Every civilization ends in chaos.
As a character in general, Sofon on the screen is reasonably true to Sofon on the page. It's just that we meet her at a much earlier time. In the show, Sofon is the AI face of the Santi from the beginning, and a key component in the VR game. But in the books, she's a relatively late addition, at a time when the alien fleet is getting closer.
What happened?
Some bird just cut my head off. This is not normal.
She's properly introduced in Death's End, the third and final book in the series. Although, as she is a representation of the multi-dimensional Sofon particles, really, she has always been there.
And when you know your planet is doomed, what is the solution?
Flee.
Find a new home.
Correct. Our only chance of survival lies elsewhere. The moment we received the invitation to your world, we knew our destination.
Number 2. Thomas Wade. This guy is another who makes his impact in the third book, but is a key player from the beginning in the show due to the rearrangement of a non-linear story.
What are you doing here?
Picking you up.
What for?
Most people would be flattered that their boss came to pick them up for work.
Wade's role as the lead for Staircase is mostly unchanged page to screen, and his questionable morals carry over like for like as well. But there are differences.
They look like us?
We don't look anything like this. This is all for your benefit.
What do you really look like?
You wouldn't like it.
In the books, Wade is American. In the show, he's Irish. In the books, he only significantly deals with Changxin, Jin on Netflix. In the show, he liaises with pretty much everyone. Overall, Netflix Wade doubles up as essentially every other shady governmental leader type figure in the books, which grants him huge power.
We've got 400 years to come up with a plan, but we can't plan without intelligence.
We need to find out what kind of stirrups they got.
Correct.
And also makes his final meeting with Sofon very ominous indeed.
We'll always be with you. Every room you enter, we'll already be there waiting for you. Whatever we want you to see, you will see.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Wall Facer.
And finally, the third wall facer, Saul Duran.
While all manner of weird and terrible things happen to the rest of the Oxford Five throughout, Saul doesn't really come to the fore until the final episode. But as it turns out, his role is arguably the most important in the entire book trilogy.
Why was I chosen?
No one knows.
What?
No one knows.
There's gotta be a reason why you've picked me. You know, out of 8 billion people on the planet.
As a wall facer, Saul's character is called Luo Ji in the books, although he doesn't appear at all until Book 2, The Dark Forest. Like Saul, Luo Ji is a somewhat underachieving but brilliant physicist who suddenly gets selected for history's most important mission. As with the other characters, parts of Saul's story are then close to the text. However, in the books, Luo Ji is mostly alone. In the show, Saul is a key figure in his friendship group before, right at the end, his life changes forever.
It's completely insane.
They didn't tell you why you were chosen?
Nope. I have an idea, though. Nah, stupid.
What did you think of Three Body Problem? Have you watched the show, read the book, or both? Which did you prefer? Let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.